Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of Karma, the Dark World, running on PC. Let's see, drug SH507 analysis report. I think we read this, right? Yeah. See, this is why I don't like this door opening mechanic, because you can't sit in front of a door and open it towards you without you getting in the way.
I really don't like it here. Everyone is fake.
Look at me, I'm a Luther, a capital V blood clot.
Obey, obey, obey.
There's simply no hope here at all.
Or does that help?
It's here. It's here.
What? Okay.
No! No, no! It's here again! Ah! Faster! I must go faster!
Except I actually can't go faster. This is as fast as I can go. Such a weird game. I mean, I like it. It's super weird.
My prosthetic! This isn't real. This can't be real. No, don't kill me. You've already taken one of my legs. What more do you want? I'm begging you. I have a kid. I haven't gotten to say goodbye. Cassette? Don't kill me. Scheiße. What was that? I don't know where to begin. Grace. Oh, my starlight. My radiant moon. My smart, beautiful daughter. I love you more than anything in the world. To the moon and back. But I should have been a better father. I focused too much on my career. I was always gone, leaving early and getting home late. Now you're older, I've let too much time slip by. Time I should have spent with you. Until the accident. I tried to fix everything. I even tried starting over. I tried to become the scientist dad you love and adore. But no one believed me. Everyone was the same. Even your mother. The path gets more and more difficult. It is all messed up. It's clear to me now. This isn't the right path. But it will make our lives better. Great. Now, karma strikes. I can live with the consequences of my choices. But what about you? My precious girl. I don't know who can help us. or who will trust me. You. Will you help me?
Mother, requesting suspension of brain dive.
You saw it too. That thing's real.
Before all this happened, was it the same monster that took your leg?
You see, everyone thinks I'm mad, including me. This monster made me lose my job, my family. I did something terrible. I feel bitter. But none of that matters now. The only person who believes me turns out to be the Thought Bureau agent interrogating me.
What I saw in your head doesn't show the entire truth. The key to resolving everything lies deeper. Things that I've yet to see. Sean, for your child and for yourself.
Let's make a deal, Agent McGovern. If, I'm saying only if, promise me the Thought Bureau will protect my child from those bastards. Then I'll show you the truth about this monster.
Mother, I use my authority as a Rome agent to request protection for Grace Mendez.
Request approved. The Thought Bureau has been informed.
Let's begin.
Begin, Rome.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Synchronization complete. This is the EM lab, and this is Technician Sean. It's January 28th, 9:40 p.m. I'm conducting peer review of the energy absorption properties of the new substance, Dasein. After colliding with the rays, Dasein has turned into spherical form, which makes it easier to observe. The test device is functioning as per normal. I'll test using gamma rays of different intensities, preparing for testing.
Electromagnetism, or electromagnetism, Lab 3302 monthly plan. 1. Conduct a peer review on the reports from Lab 3303 regarding the ability of Dystopian to absorb energy. 2. Discuss the proposal for smaller Dystopian containers. Also discuss their feasibility with the Mechanical Engineering Lab. 3. Write a 2,000-word article for this quarter's Science and Thought. 4. Draft plans for the next quarter.
I have to get this experiment done. My family's waiting for me at home.
Upgrade of control terminal's functionality. We are pleased to announce that after a period of effort and improvement, the control terminal functionality in the Research Institute has been significantly upgraded. Previously, previously the terminal could only be used for door lock control, and now it has been expanded to connect with a wide range of devices, such as elevators, control switches for research equipment, and more. The control terminal will require the use of ID cards for identity verification, a security measure that will greatly enhance the security of the Research Institute. Please ensure that you keep your personal ID card safe. Equipment Maintenance Department. So the star goes over counterclockwise one square, or one portion, and it goes over counterclockwise another portion, and then another portion. So then it could be red or it could be green. And the dark star goes clockwise. Two portions, so green. Wish I hadn't screwed up on that first and that third one.
Executing gamma ray test 1. The ray intensity is normal. The surface of the substance show no obvious reaction. Preparing for test 2. Increasing the gamma ray intensity. The surface of the substance shows irregular distortions after being hit by the energy bodies. I will now make a third adjustment. This time I'll be using a new level of intensity. It seems that Dasein only consumes higher energy bodies. Its size has increased again. I should request a larger vessel to contain it next time. The time is now 9:45 p.m., concluding test 25. Damn it.
What? Uh-oh. See, dear employees, after 20:45 in the evening, no employees are allowed to stay. Any violations will be considered a punishable offense and will be subject to investigation by the Thought Bureau. Note there have been occasional power outages in certain laboratories. Fred Ebert. Dear Mr. Mendez, we will soon be publishing the latest issue of Science and Thought, and sincerely hope that your lab can contribute an article. The requirements are as follows. Topic: How loyalty to Leviathan can improve the standards of scientific research. Format handwritten, word count 2,000 words. Deadline February 15th, 1975. Press and hold the button to activate the linked device.
I can finally go home to Grace.
Professor, all Matchbox members have left. The Dystopian supply has been connected to him as well.
Yeah, good. I'm bringing his food to the 33rd floor. If you're at 3304, please open the door for me.
Sure. Unlocking it now.
Apart from me, someone else also studying Dasein. Bodies, Matchbox. What secrets are they hiding? I should see what's going on. I could get praised for reporting it.
I'd rather not. Yeah, you know, but that's what the game wants.
I don't feel so good.
Warning. Dive subject cerebral status unstable.
What's the test subject status?
Dormant, as usual.
From now on, I'll deliver the bodies around this time. You'll take them to cold storage.
Understood. Professor, I can feel that his body is still mutating from the Dasein injection.
Dasein? We'll try our best to contain the test subject.
Understood. Professor, is there a way to free his consciousness from that huge body? Just like you and...
Who's there?
It was the body falling onto the floor.
I'll think about your suggestion. Remember, call me immediately if something happens, huh? I want to know what they're hiding. If I successfully report them, I could get promoted.
I don't think they're hiding anything.
Hopefully, I can unlock the elevator.
Let's see, elevator project handover document. The elevator project directly connected to the matchbox has been completed. This elevator is not connected to the latest control terminal. If you encounter any issues during use, please contact us promptly. Equipment Maintenance Department.
Dasein, I'm trying to mix this new substance into 30% of the test subject's blood. Lucas's body is slowly regenerating, but it's also undergoing abnormal changes. His body is becoming ever more deformed. It appears to be related to the food he's eaten. Every time I control him, I feel as if a part of me stays within him, or maybe a part of what's inside him stays in me.
Upgrade of control terminal functionality. We are pleased to announce that after a period of effort and improvement, the control terminal functionality in the Research Institute has been significantly upgraded. Previously, the terminal can only be used for door lock control, but now has been expanded to connect to a wide range of devices such as elevators, control switches for research equipment, and more. The control terminal will require the use of ID cards for identity verification and security measures that will greatly enhance the security of the Research Institute. Please ensure that you keep your personal ID card safe. Equipment Maintenance Department. So I need an ID card. That's another cassette.
Lucas, today's July 21st, your birthday. I'm doing well. I don't know if you can hear my voice, but don't worry. The professor said this method will keep you alive. He doesn't know how long it'll last, but I'll be waiting for the day we're reunited.
Old letter. Dear Miss Weiss, I received the birthday present you sent me yesterday. I'm overjoyed that someone remembered my birthday. Please forgive me for not preparing anything special. Hold on a minute. See, please forgive me for not preparing anything special. Enclosed with this card is a peace lily, a flower that symbolizes purity, tenacity, and the hope for a better world. I hope you like it. Peace lilies are hardy plants. They only need sunlight once in a while and water when the soil is completely dry. Lucas Linderman. Dear employees, after 21:45, same thing. I received Lucas's observation report, and it seems that with his increased feeding frequency, the previously stored bodies in the refrigeration room are no longer sufficient. Tomorrow, please bring a set of protective suits from the matchbox and place them in the mailbox on Avenue 1. I will have someone pick them up. Starting the day after tomorrow, make sure to enter room 3304 every evening before 9 p.m. Before coming up from the freezer room, make sure that all personnel from the matchbox have already left.
Stop. Stop.
Warning. Dive subject showing intense cerebral rejection. Lowering synchronization rate to maintain dive.
Let's see. Handwritten note. Freezer room. The freezer room's door is broken. I'll send you corpses every day from tomorrow. Please don't do that. Important points regarding Project Lucas. Never bring your own ID card. Use the card I gave you. Make sure the door to 3304 is locked every time you come down. Wait until power is out before taking any action. The extraction room, where Lucas is located, frequently changes, so be patient in guiding him to move. Stay by his side when feeding. Do not attempt any physical interaction without my permission. Remember to delete all emails regarding to Lucas after the task is completed. These impossibly big vents. Oh, jeez. That's a lot of bodies.
I told you to stop! Please, I beg you, stop!
We made a deal. Stop resisting, Sean. There's no going back. Let me through.
What the hell is that thing? Get out of my head!
I've been holding the left button to run this whole game. You walk too damn slow in this game.
They're pissy. You hear me? I'm telling you to fuck off!
You made a deal.
Let me leave, so I can be a good father. Give me a chance.
You can! Once this is over, Sean!
This reminds me of Observer. There's a little sequence like this in that game too.
Grace is safe! Now let me continue!
Please let me go. I want to go home.
Dive subject silent. Cerebral rejection ceased. Restoring synchronization rate.
Nope. Okay, can't go back there. What's that? Bubble brain. Decontamination.
Warning, dive target Sean Mendes displaying irreversible brain damage.
Daniel, you promised me. Protect.
Warning, dive target Sean Mendes showing brain rejection.
Mother, terminate connection.
Termination in progress. Termination countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You liar!
Mother, where am I?
My head!
Sean?
You lied to me!
Mother?
Will I die?
Take us out of here!
Warning, Sean Mendes showing brain rejection. Warning, Sean Mendes showing high intracranial pressure.
Hey, Sean, look at me. Control yourself. The real you isn't here. Mother, cut the connection.
Emergency termination activated.
Sean.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Daniel, I still
Warning,
have
subject
child.
showing severe brain hemorrhage.
Mother, why are we still here?
I don't want to die. Save me. I don't want to die. Why? Why are you just like the others?
No, Mother, terminate the connection.
Fourth connection channel activated.
Mother!
Synchronization successful.
You liar! Liar!
Oh, that's a whoops.
Warning, subject showing critical brain hemorrhage.
What are you doing?
Warning, subject showing unstable and high intracranial pressure. Warning, subject is in hemorrhagic shock.
Will you help me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. None of this should have happened.
Sean?
Agent McGovern, we notice that you are mentally unstable. Closing window.
What have I done?
Agent McGovern, we need you to answer several questions. How does it feel to embrace someone?
Strange scent, warmth.
Family members.
Father, mother.
Please answer, Agent McGovern.
Father, mother.
Oh, you're watching the Switch Direct.
Daniel,
It's an hour long.
wake up.
15 minutes before the incident. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Switch 2 looks like it's good stuff. A little spendy, but,
Coming.
you know. Nowadays, everything is spendy. Daniel? Okay, I'm a kid, I guess.
Father says he can't stop time. But I can stop this train.
Oh, I see what you're saying. A little brain shock, huh? Oh, we got to remember these. Yeah, it was like I was telling somebody else. It's like, yeah, you know, it's a little expensive, but all the stuff looks good. It's got a lot of surprise features. And if you look at comparable devices, comparable, handheld PCs, it's actually a pretty good deal.
Father hasn't spoken to me much since it happened. I don't get why he's mad at me.
I mean, the games look great. Donkey Kong looks great. Mario Kart looks great. Metroid Prime looks great. It's nice to see a bunch of third parties. They're going to jump right in there and port all their old stuff, right? We're getting an exclusive From Software game, which is weird, to say the least. Yeah, I mean, they're basically like the PlayStation 4 Pro, I guess. So they're not quite this generation, but they're not really that far behind with the way the graphics look. Yeah, Bloodborne 64, that's probably accurate, yeah. Okay, do I read this up and down or left and right? Yeah, plus we get, kind of a crappy version of Elden Ring, but there's no version of Elden Ring that runs good. So, just in line with the rest of the versions. Well, it's not red. I don't think it's green. Maybe it's blue? Let's try blue. Nope. You only get one shot at that puzzle too. kind of crappy. I like the fact that the Nintendo Pro Controller has 2 buttons underneath that you can program. That's awful nice. I mean, I actually have a controller that I bought that has 4 buttons underneath. It's really, really handy.
Stop running around and come to the table.
Yeah, Mom, you should consider some face powder or blush or something.
Daniel, what were you doing just now? You know your father's so busy every day. It's rare that we get to spend quality time together like this.
I was drawing and somehow I dozed off. I had a really strange dream. I dreamed I was a thought bureau agent. But that's odd. I've always wanted to be a scientist like you.
A scientist, you say? If drawing could help you become a scientist, the whole world would be filled with scientists. The maths tutor I hired will be coming this afternoon. I hope you won't embarrass me with your test score.
I don't want to stay at home. I want to go to school.
Daniel, you know you and...
Is that the tutor?
Shh. Daniel, quick. Go hide in that cupboard.
What's going on?
Now!
Listen to your mother!
Uh-oh. Time to hide. Who's after us?
Remember, don't come out unless your father or I tell you to.
If you're trapped in the dream of the other, you're fucked. Great quote. 1 hour after Sean's death, early morning, May 1st, 1976. Act 2, Part 2, Deep Down. Oh, okay. Well, that was a bad trip, huh? Not doing too well. Oh, hopefully I have a Band-Aid somewhere. Oh, Yeah, so I mean, when the Switch 2 comes up, I mean, I'll have mostly Switch 2 streams here. Just like when the Switch 1 came out. I had nothing but Switch for, many, many months. And then whenever a new game came out, because when the Switch first came out, there really weren't that many games. Unlike now, where it's basically impossible to keep up with the Switch.
Good evening, Agent 8490.
Good evening, Miss Vice.
Should I address you as Daniel McGovern? Do you mind, Mr. McGovern?
I mean, you could have done this yourself.
Research on me, Miss Vice.
TV, magazines, Music. Homeroom really is an inviting place. But just like this city, it relies on fabricated illusions to keep cowards in the dark.
Ma'am, I'd advise you watch what you say.
Suspect Rachel Weiss, please report to the dive room.
What are you doing?
We are all but lost lambs, are we not? Let's go, Daniel.
Summarize the case.
Can you remind me of the case particulars?
The interrogation subject is Rachel Weiss, female, 30 years old. Currently a senior physics researcher at the Winston Research Institute. Appears in Shawn Mendes's case and listed as a suspect. Turned herself in to the Thought Bureau in the early hours of the morning.
Analyze the subject's status.
What's the status of the dive subject?
Heart rate 100. Breathing rate 40 to 60. Blood pressure 120/80. Temperature normal.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad that Nintendo's doing their, they have like some of the restrictions if you want to buy it directly from Nintendo. Where you have to have like so many hours of play and membership in Nintendo Switch Online, so you have like some preferential treatment. A little bit better than how Sony did it, where Sony had, they announced certain times when the system would be available on the PlayStation Store back for the PS5, but then everybody had like a mad rush to the Sony site. While it seemed fair, it really didn't like put you, like if you were a loyal PlayStation member and been part of a PlayStation network, you got really no preference. So I am happy that Nintendo's at least thinking about that.
Good. Let's begin then.
Not that it'll be easy to get one regardless. I mean, you may not qualify for the purchase program, so you're gonna be waiting in line in GameStop or Best Buy or wherever else sells electronics.
Poor Shawn. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He saw something he shouldn't have seen.
According to our investigation, the things that Shawn shouldn't have seen resulted in the loss of his right leg and nearly took his life. What are you and the mastermind behind this trying to hide?
Interesting. Since when did you start being concerned about human lives? Go on then. Do what you do best. Everything you want to know is up here in my head.
Synchronization successful.
Yeah, I mean, this is being interesting because this will basically, like, there's a certain generation of gamer out there that's never got to experience a midnight launch, which is what this is, essentially. So Nintendo's kind of bringing back the big box stores, making them important again, because up until now, even with the PlayStation 5, I mean, you couldn't really go to a physical store and get one. You pretty much had to go online to get one through, Amazon or Costco or whatever. So I'm sure retailers like that idea that people are actually going to go inside of a store to get something from the store. Though, I'm happy it's basically happening during the summer, so I don't have to, stand outside during the winter cold and snow, I mean, it's a good time to release it too, right before fall. Yeah, I hope everybody gets one though. I mean, if the rumors are true, then Nintendo has been stockpiling and shipping out systems, and filling warehouses as much as they can. They're going to try to flood the market, but you and I both know that it's impossible to make enough Switch 2 systems to meet the demand. Even with everybody complaining that it's $450 or $500 for the bundle, that thing is going to sell out. It doesn't matter how many they make. My only fear is that it's going to be like the Wii, right, when it launched, where it was like sold out for 2 years straight. I mean, the PlayStation 5 was sold out for almost a year, right? Maybe a little bit longer than that. Yeah, the Wii was cutthroat. Yeah, I managed to get one too, because back then, GameStop was really good about their systems, about allocating systems. Now I don't know. I don't know how powerful GameStop is anymore. Yeah, and for the PlayStation 5, I think I ended up getting mine just out of sheer dumb luck, right? I'd been trying at that Sony site for days and days and days and days to get in. Tried every site out there in the world, and I just happened to log into Costco and get a Costco bundle for the PlayStation 5. Just complete dumb luck, because I think I was buying tires or something at the same time, so I wasn't even necessarily looking for a PlayStation 5. But yeah, and I think I'll do like pre-orders for multiple places, because one place is going to fail. They're going to allocate too many pre-orders. You're going to get the notice like 24 hours before the system launches and say, "I'm sorry, you don't actually have a system." And I bet you anything, it's going to be mostly Walmart, because they were the absolute worst when it was the PlayStation 5. Oh, you managed to get one without getting a pre-order? Well, I would hope that places like Best Buy and GameStop would have not everything for pre-order, right? They'd have some systems just for people in line, because that's really the most fair, right? Make sure that everybody only gets one, so that you don't have scalpers there with their like cousin and their wife and their kid buying a system, kind of taking up space. Hopefully that's, I know it's going to happen, but hopefully that's not going to be too widespread. But yeah, I may end up with more than one Switch 2. But I know, tons of people who wouldn't necessarily wait in line or have a pre-order who would want one. There's no doubt I'd be able to sell it, not to scalp it, just for friends. I definitely don't have any interest in scalping systems. The tough part would be things like the Pro Controller, which I'm sure they won't make enough of, and the camera, which I almost guarantee you they won't make enough of. Yeah, and I think the worst part about launch day is going to be, that system is going to just completely break, right? Everybody will power on their system, and it'll be 12 to 36 hours of not being able to update your system and download your game. So even if you buy the bundle with Mario Kart in it, it's a digital download. That means the store has to work, which I guarantee you that store will not work the first day. Nintendo couldn't even launch Xenoblade 3 on time. Right? And the original Switch was just a nightmare, right? That took a long time for the Switch to work, the original Switch. Yeah. That's the only reason I want to buy a cart for Mario Kart, is that then I'd be able to actually play the game. Right, I wouldn't have to wait for a download for the store to not start. So I may actually end up with bunch of physical games, though I don't normally buy physical games. I think I might end up with some. Oh, really? You didn't have trouble on Switch 1? No, I had trouble. I think. Maybe I'm thinking of the PlayStation 5. But no. I got the PlayStation. I didn't get the PlayStation 5 on launch day, so I'm pretty sure it was the Switch 1 because I got that on launch day. Some of the physical games you need to download, yes. Yeah. I don't know if even the carts need like that registration, you know, like how Microsoft does it, where you have to register even if you have a disc. So I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I mean, you know, they haven't really announced how that's going to work. For all the ones that are just the cartridge, you know, with no content inside, I guess that's basically going to be your. That's kind of how you're going to be. That's basically how you're going to play your game. Is that's going to unlock the ability to play the game. There's less profit in physical games, and physical games are a pain in the ass to send to retailers. Plus, if you think about it, a lot of retailers don't really carry games anymore. Yeah. I mean, stores that used to carry games don't carry games. Stores that used to carry games, you know, some of them don't exist anymore. So, yeah, I mean, it is a pain in the ass. Yeah, GameStop is not the same. It's not what it used to be, certainly. I mean, they couldn't make any profit with people buying digital games. I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with a game store being like a merch store, but carry some games at least. Or just change it to game merch, you know, just change the name of the store. I mean, GameStop basically does all their business online, right? So now you have to, if you want to buy GameStop stuff, you basically buy online. And then they ship it to you or they ship it to the store, but that's pretty much it. Well, you know, times have changed, though. I mean, people's buying habits change a lot. All right. Yeah. I don't know. Porch pirates. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that, right? I mean, you know, you could be standing in line and somebody could rob you too. So there's just some things which, you know, you just can't control when you're talking about physical, getting something physical, right? I mean, you know, there are also people who don't have good internet, and you know, maybe they don't really have a way to download games quickly or at all. You know, they have to go find a McDonald's or something to go download at the 3K speed that they have at a coffee shop. Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. Just have a controller, you know. I mean, in a way, if you play games with the Amazon service, you know, and you have an Amazon stick. I mean, technically, all you need is a controller to play games from Amazon, right? You don't really have a console because those games stream. I mean, it's not a good experience, but technically, you know, you're not actually buying the stick for playing games. You're buying the stick for the movies and whatever, and the shopping. But, you know, you could also play games with it. So that might be the future. But for now, you know, I'm happy with a console, an actual console that's dedicated to games. I think that's still the best experience. At least for an old fogey like me, you know, I like to be able to have an actual controller, you know. Yeah, the crazy thing, we get a 1080p 120 hertz screen, and HDR, which I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. 1080p, a lot of people were guessing would be true. But yeah, the 120 hertz and HDR is absolute madness. It doesn't even sound like Nintendo. LCD screen, it's okay. They can bring out the more expensive OLED later, but nobody would have. I don't think anybody thought that Nintendo would actually go the extra mile and give us 120 hertz and HDR. I mean, that just sounds so un-Nintendo. Usually they're we barely give you what you want, right? I mean, look, the Steam Deck didn't even give us that. Steam Deck's 40 hertz, So yeah, they're really. I mean, look, that's why it's a $500 system. Well, I think what they're trying to do is sort of. I know. I mean, the audience has changed a little bit from the Switch 1, and they do have to compete with the Xbox. Well, maybe not the Xbox, but they do have to compete with the PlayStation 5. So, I mean, even though they're not really the same thing, I mean, you can't take the PlayStation 5 with you on the train or on a bus or anything. So it's kind of a different audience, but at the same time, they still need the same games, right? Everybody still wants to be able to play Street Fighter and Elden Ring, and no matter what system you have. I think if it was the management from 15 years ago, then probably we wouldn't see the 120 hertz and the HDR. But like Nintendo's like slowly letting these new guys come in with their ideas and have more input. Like, I bet you anything, Miyamoto probably saw no need to have HDR and 120 hertz. I bet you that guy was like, just give him LCD 1080p. I mean, that presentation was only with new guys, right? We didn't see any of the old management there. It was just the three. Well, I mean, new as far as like we are concerned, right? They're obviously not. They're not young guys, but yeah. I mean, the Switch 1 is it's still good, right? I mean, I'm still playing games on it, but yeah, it's not good looking. It doesn't really compete. I mean, that's why I've been playing games on my PC for a while now. For a long time, I was only doing Switch games here, and occasionally I do PlayStation 5 and Xbox. But then Xbox kind of fell out of favor, and I really stopped having any interest in that. And then once I got my PC, the PlayStation 5 really wasn't looking too hot either. So, but the Switch I still have to kind of keep around because there's some exclusive games on that Switch which I can't get on PC. Xbox is now doing multi-platform, so you don't really need an Xbox unless you want to play Halo Infinite. But who in the right mind wants to do that? And you could keep your exclusives on the PlayStation 5 if you want to play them on launch day, or you could just wait for them to come on PC if you have a PC. So, like, even Sony's not really very good at their exclusives at this point in time. And if you look at that PS5 Pro, I mean, that's a price which really doesn't seem like it's justified, right? But if you look at the Switch 2 and all the tech involved in that, that seems like a justified price. Yeah. I mean, but but think about it. I mean, you like your Xbox for backwards compatibility, so you like your Xbox for your old games, right? Right. And then if you have Game Pass, then you're not really buying games on the Xbox. I mean, you're playing Game Pass games, and that's pretty much it. That's what Microsoft is finding out really quickly. That's why they're running into a wall with Game Pass subscriptions. And the retailer or developers are like, hey, my games aren't selling on your platform. It's like, why is that? It's like, well, because you put them on Game Pass and they don't need to buy them anymore. And then when it goes off of Game Pass, it's not like somebody goes back and buys the game that they take off Game Pass. They just don't play it anymore. Yeah. Yeah, Sony's a little bit better. They're in a little bit better position just because the brand is so strong. But even then, it's like, yeah, if you want to play an exclusive game, I mean, what are you really playing on that? At this point in time, I mean, everything that's exclusive to that is gone, right? Last of Us is on PC. Death Stranding's on PC. You know, they just did Ghosts of Tsushima on PC. It's like, I don't really know what's left on the PlayStation. Astrobot. Yeah, that was super smart too. Just, you know, hey, we're going to bring our system out in 2 months, you know, after we have our big announcement. I mean, we all expected the system to come out 2 years ago. so really it's been like a 2-year wait. But yeah, that's how you do it. Just announce the system and then bring it out soon. Don't announce the system in January and then bring it out in September. Although you can tell that they weren't like super happy. They weren't like really sure about the price. They're like, you can find out the price later. We'll show you all the cool stuff, but the price, you know, go read about it someplace else. I don't know. I don't think they should be scared of the price. I mean, again, you know, this is 2025. I mean, things are going to be more expensive. I mean, our eggs are more expensive, right? Bread is more expensive. You know, these are things that are, you know, very, very common in the world. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I'm happy that the Switch 2 is so much better than the Switch 1. You know, I think almost all of us thought it was going to be like maybe PlayStation 3 quality. You know, like maybe like base level PlayStation 4 or maybe Xbox One. I think most of us thought like it was going to be Xbox One. You know, the big VCR Xbox One. Oh yeah, you know they're gonna make a ton of money on the Joy-Con colors. Yeah, I mean I'll buy at least one extra pair. Yeah, overall I'm happy. You know, I mean I'm not happy about $80 Mario Kart, but you know, I'm gonna play the crap out of that game. You know, when they bring out the next Zelda and that's $80, I spent like 160 hours on Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, I've played those games, you know. Kirby Air Ride. Yeah, I imagine that'll come out on time. I think Kirby Air Ride is this year. Yeah, I mean, I played a ton of... Isn't it this year? Maybe I misread. I don't know, let's see. I probably said 2026. Maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part. Yeah, it says Kirby Air Riders coming to Switch 2 this year. So, yeah, we're going to get it. I mean, unless it gets delayed, of course. Yeah, and Sakurai is actually directing it. You know, I thought that guy was retired. He started a damn YouTube channel. And then he's like, well, this is going to be my last one. The little sneaky guy it's only going to be his last one because he's still making games. Yeah, there's a lot of hype games on the Switch too. Yeah, that's true. I just think it's funny, that's all. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, he cut that trailer to make you think it was Smash. But I knew it would be too soon for Smash. I mean, we'll get Smash after he's done with Kirby. And maybe after one more project, like if he wants to do something else besides Kirby. Air Ride. You know, Nintendo wanted him to do Smash, Smash 5, but he's like, hey, wait a minute. Let me do something else. I'll give you Smash 5 if you let me do another project first. Yeah. Which is good, man. I mean, that guy is super respected. I mean, that last Kirby was, well, it wasn't open world, but it was a big world. What the Fat Mirror? That'll be fun to play with the upgraded graphics. I guess there's gonna be new stuff too. There's gonna be new content. Earthbound, no chance. I wouldn't even. I mean, not that Nintendo hasn't done some really strange things recently. They did remake Super Mario, Super Mario RPG, right? So, anything's possible, but it seems like they just, Earthbound is one of those things where, I think the story is done. Like, Mother 3 is pretty much the end. At least according to the scenario writer for Mother. So there's nothing else that he would have to start another project. Oh, remake of Earthbound? Yeah, again, you never know. Nintendo's super weird about what they do. If they can remake Mario RPG, they can certainly remake Earthbound. But again, Nintendo. Never know what they have up their sleeve. I'd honestly be happy if they did some of their, kind of the lesser known stuff, like if they did another Pushmo. I mean, that'd be cool. Oh, you don't have a 120 hertz monitor? Yeah, they're kind of spendy. I have a TV that does 120 hertz, which is where I play most of my games. But I spend a rather large amount of money on electronics. Yeah, I mean, I mainly use my Switch 1 as a home console. Like, I very rarely take it with me to go anywhere. Yeah, oh, for sure, a monitor's worth the money. It's just that they do kind of charge a lot for 120 hertz. Or, 144 hertz, like if you're getting like a traditional PC monitor. OLED 4K. Yeah. I mean, thankfully they're coming down in price, but it's not like they're cheap or anything. Am I gonna make in Mario Kart? Waluigi, of course. Maybe I'll do regular Luigi, you know, since Luigi is the true hero of the world. I imagine there'll be a fair number of Luigi fans out there. Alright, why don't we stop it here. This is meowmurai. You've been watching Karma, the Dark World, running on PC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream. And yeah, Frank, if you're still around, what are we playing next? I think we're playing the first Berserker. I think that's what I'm playing. Anyway, yeah, see you soon. Or next time.